Randy, what I often wondered, you know, I like the old stuff, right?
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Grew up in that period of time. If you could turn the pages back, and all of a sudden, 1949, 50, 51, 2, 3, 4, if you could go to Bowman Grey Stadium this Saturday night, Bobby, Billy Myers, Perk Brown, Ted Swain, Curtis Turner, Fonnie Flock, Glenn Wood, Whitey Norman, Ken Rush, what do you think would happen?
They would probably have to put sideboards on the place. You remember, if you go to Thanksgiving dinner and Grandma gives you a big plate and you pile it up and it runs over, so you want to put sideboards on that plate, that's what they'd have to do over there. You couldn't put the people in the place.
You wouldn't have to stage nothing.
No, it's.
But you're gonna bring Ken Rush there. You're gonna have a fight, right? they get to see it all.
A few years later, you get Max and some other folks in there. It was the stadium. Like we said earlier, it's a unique place. It's a track unto itself, or a world into itself in the racing world, and it's just is what it is. And I finally, it took me a long time to accept it for what it was. I was for a long time one of those guys that said, well, it's not fair that they get everything and nobody else does, so let's do something else. But the stadium is, it's the core, it's what started it in this area. Although your dad's track and others were here, the stadium was the first place that it was a paved place. It had lights set, and the guy could go for 80 cents, I think, the first year that they were there, or 50, 60 cents the first year, and be right on top of the action and see what went on all the time. And it's just a throwback.
And look at the families, the generations. They sat in the same section, same seats that they sat there 50 years ago, didn't they?
Absolutely.
Can you believe that?
It's amazing. It's like I said, I sold people soda pop. If they're not dead, I could probably sell them one the first Saturday night of the season next year. And it's the core to what evolved into modified racing in the South, because over the years, NASCAR finally decided to let the modifieds gravitate north and the fendered cars come south, and it just it is what it is. It's a great place to go. It's not really the family place that some folks say it is, but it's a place you can take your family and still have a good time.
Yeah, you can get up and leave after the race,
sure,
or you can watch the race.
That's right.
But it is a great show. Okay.
It is. And that show being the key word. And we've got to. I get a little bit off topic, but the modifieds in the South, NASCAR has a tour, and it's really become a northern tour with a few southern cars in it. And if you look at the attendance at the other racetracks in the area, like Caraway and places like that, where the modifieds go a lot, they're not drawing any people to the modified races because there's no people. The stadium fans don't relate to the northern guys, and so they don't go, and it makes a lot of difference is what's going on. So maybe it'll evolve and come back full circle, but we just got to see what happens there.
Well, like always, Randy, I enjoyed talking about the old times. I appreciate you coming over.
Me too.
And doing it.
We'll have to go look. We were talking about those 56 Mercuries a while ago. We'll have to go to that junkyard up on 49, so we can't find one. So.
Well, thanks a bunch for coming over.
I appreciate it.
I certainly enjoyed it.
Thank you very much.
An old Ford running on a red dirt road. The stars are bright and the moon is low. Revenue man coming up behind. Bet he thinks he's gonna catch me with this load of moonshine. But I cut the lights and mashed the gas, turn a curve into a straight line.